Oh, back again. Actually, I still haven't even uploaded the last two videos I've recorded, but I actually found the answer that I was asking in the video previously. But, well, at least I think I did. I was looking for these cross measurements for my year car, and from what I've read, the 67 and 68 are the same. This sheet here is the 67. I was looking for these cross measurements, and then eye to eye, and then measurements to front, and then crossways, which both of these have. That one is a 1970. Now, the one thing I was curious of is these look to be about the same, if not the same frame specs. I want to say between 67 and 60, or 67 and 70, I believe, are the same frame specs or chassis specs, I believe. And from what I was reading here, the cross a 37 and 3/4 to then 37 and .62, within like a 1/4 inch, if that 1/8 inch difference. Pretty damn close though. But anyways, I started drilling tack welds or spot welds on this side. I'm still kind of iffy on how I should brace this better. Maybe somebody can give some input on an easy way to do it. I don't really want to have to go and buy a bunch of metal or put a bunch of spot welds or cross braces in places where I don't need. But the issue I ran into the other side was I went a little haywire with the spot welds. So this side I started doing real carefully. I'm going to take my time with these and work them easier, so try to keep the frame rail in a dead spot it was in before, and then check measurements. And I also traced the underside with a grinder along the line here. I don't know if you can tell that little line going alongside, just to give me an outline of where to line up at. Also followed on the inside as best I could, and then follow around like dead on the frame rail ledge with a screwdriver to kind of etch in. I've got the floor supported on that side with a jack, and right now this ratchet strap is holding the two sides to where they need to be. Obviously when I go to take the side out, I'm going to have to get rid of that, so I'm going to have to see how much taking that ratchet strap off will actually adjust it. I might end up having to weld something in to hold that side tight with this rocker over here, because it's wanting to split or spread apart. I've also got the gas tank still in for alignment with my roller cart and a 4x just kind of supporting it a little bit, since the only thing really holding the tail end up is those couple of Tech screws on that frame rail over there and the last of this quarter panel. And the back is supported with this board here. And I still got my jacks on my rockers, which this side I think is still floating. Yep, it is floating right now. Once it settles, it'll go back down. It's just because I put this jack on. It was resting on it before I jacked up some. But from sitting so long, that floor started to sag a little bit, so I was hoping it'll kind of level it back off some and raise this little or drive shaft tunnel up back where it needs to be, transmission tunnel, whatever it is. So if anyone has a suggestion on how I can kind of tie these rockers together, the only real way I've thought of is, of course, going across the top here, but the transmission tunnel is going to be in the way. I'd rather not cut into it or anything. And unless I did some kind of crazy, well, not really crazy, but unless I did a bar on each end at a 90 to kind of bring it up and then go across to where it cleared that tunnel, or maybe across the bottom, but I want to say the floor will probably hit if I go across the bottom. I'm not sure. But anybody done this before without of course, using a full jig, which I'm starting to think I should have made to begin with. I could have even possibly tied it in with the rotisserie somehow, since I haven't gotten to use it yet due to the crap that I ran into. But if anyone has any suggestions, let me know. I'll be doing this probably within the next week or two. I've been kind of slacking on this, helping my buddy with his car. He needed a transmission replaced in his little Scion TC, and he brought his project over. I'll give you a little tease, I guess. Well, not really. I guess a tease. You won't really be able to tell what it is. But this little bad boy, soon to be on the street if he can get motivated, but this is a little Honda hatch. I won't pull the cover off to let you see what's underneath, but maybe a couple videos down the road, when he's closer to having it ready, I'll show you what it's soon to be or what it looks like. He's hoping somewhere north of 400 at the wheels. But him being out here, he's been helping me lately and keeping me motivated on this a little bit. Also taking a step, I'm ordering a rear suspension, which is gonna put a dent in my credit card for a while. But I'm actually ordering a torque arm rear suspension from, I think it's TCI, total cost involved, or incorporated, something like that. But I'm getting it now to use as a frame measurement tool. I'm going to try to use it for an alignment once I get all the new frame tack, well not tack, but tech screwed in, since it ties in the front and rear chassis. But I'll give a video update whenever that comes in. I'll be ordering it Monday and let you know what that looks like. That's full rear adjustable coil suspension, or coilover suspension, and it's also a subframe connector pretty much, or a full chassis strengthening kit. That's why I want it. But till next time, like I say, shoot me some updates, give me some ideas. Thanks guys. Bye.